Tell me, give me.
Hey Internet, it's Aaron, your personal driver, and today I have an interview with my wife who just did 45 rides in 15 hours and pulled in $800. That's right, $800 in 15 hours. That's what she did. It's an amazing accomplishment. So I had an interview with her to talk to her about it. She doesn't really like getting behind the camera, so she's a little awkward in it. She really doesn't like this sort of thing. But I think she did a good job. I really like it. So first thing I have to get out of the way is I got to give a shout out to Six. You know who you are out there. So Six, shout out. So some things I think that you'll notice when you watch this video, there are very important themes here. One is don't ever drive at the base fare, always drive when there's an incentive or surge or prime time. The second thing I think that you need to understand, which is really important, is that you don't need a gas car. My wife did this with an electric car. So people are always trolling me saying you can't do rideshare with an electric car, you have to charge too much, you can't go far enough, you'll never get your power driver bonus. It's just simply not true. My wife did 15 hours of work, well 15 hours and 30 minutes, and she got 45 rides. So if she can get 45 rides in 15 hours, you can get your power driver bonus with an electric car. I don't want to hear about it. This ends the debate. I'm done with it. Everyone should be doing an electric car for rideshare. It's cheaper than a gas car, and I mean, drive smarter, not harder. Anyway, enjoy the interview, guys. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be giving an interview with my lovely wife Dorothy and my wonderful son Nate. You can call him Nate the Great. If this is your first time here, go ahead and hit subscribe down below so you can get notifications whenever I upload a video or I do a live stream. You want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Dorothy. This is my second week doing Lyft.
Have you done any other rideshare jobs or just Lyft? Or
I've done Uber for like 2 weeks up in Washington.
Yeah, what did you think the difference was? Do you know any difference?
It was busier. I do get a lot more rides.
You get more rides down here on Lyft than you did on Washington. So the reason we're having this interview is because you did something quite extraordinary this weekend, right? What did you do this weekend? I
obtained 45 rides within 2 days.
Yeah. But more importantly, how much money did you make?
I made, well, do you want me to include your referral bonus as well? About $800.
Yeah, $800 in 2 days. So right here, once the final tallies are in, because she's still getting tips every once in a while, and Lyft has to still calculate some stuff. But once it's finalized, I'll put, like right here in the middle, we'll put the actual real dollar and penny amounts. But roundabout, what happened was Dorothy signed up for Lyft, so she had a referral bonus using my referral code. So every ride she gave, we both got about $1.70. And then she got a guarantee of $450 for doing
$430. A weekly guarantee. I would get, the guarantee was $430 with 45 rides, and then if I didn't make $430 within the week, provided I got 45 rides, I would get the difference. Lyft would pay the difference.
And that also had included a 90%.
It was a 90% acceptance rate with 45 rides by the end of the week, last week.
And then, so, she got the 45 rides, so that's $450.
$430.
$430. Plus, how much did you make in tips? Like,
I made $44 in tips.
Which is good, because you want to average about $1 a tip. Did you get any cash, or?
No cash. And the reason why I got so many rides was I did Lyft Line. I know you said that Lyft Line's the devil, but because I wanted to make that weekly guarantee, I just accepted any and every ride.
Yeah. So, yeah, so you had $3.37 in,
Power bonus?
Power bonus. No, not power bonus. In,
prime time.
Not prime time. Power zones.
Oh, power zones.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it stands for.
And then you made $77.40 in referrals. So we'll multiply that by 2.
Someone barfing in the car.
$450, or $430 you said, right?
Yeah.
$430 plus 45 plus 3.37 Plus you had $10 in tolls. Went over the bridge twice.
Yeah. One to San Quentin and the other to
77.4 plus 77.4 because I made the same referral bonus.
Oh.
And then $150 because someone puked in the car. So yes, so grand total of $793.17. So that's exciting. But she had a puker. So you want to tell that story? Everyone likes that.
Oh, the puker.
Yeah.
And I hate driving. I've always made it a point not to drive during the bar scene. So I picked someone up. I did Lyft line. I had dropped someone off to Walnut Creek, and then I decided to. You want to talk about the electric car? Or not?
You can do whatever you want to.
Okay. I dropped someone off to Walnut Creek. I was going to charge my. Oh, hold on. I only want my nose. I went to UC Berkeley to pick up a bunch of college students, and I ended up picking up 2 gals who lived out of Walnut Creek. So I dropped them there. No, it was not a Lyft line. Yes, it was just a regular ride request, and I dropped them off at Walnut Creek. My intention was after I dropped them off to drive home, but as soon as I dropped them, I got a ping for another ride. So I picked up.
That happens to everyone.
I know.
Like one more. Oh, this is it. This is the one. Okay, I'll take one more, and that's when it goes wrong.
Well, I wanted to ensure that I kept the acceptance rate as high as possible, so I accepted the ride. It took me to a bar. I picked up another girl and her friend, and I dropped them a short distance. And then by now, I was like, okay, I definitely need to charge the car. But as soon as I dropped her off, I got another ping, and it was for a Lyft line to Orinda. So I picked the guy up from, Concord. The request was from Concord. So I picked up the guy in Concord. He did a Lyft line request. I was dropping him, and for some reason, another rider requested Lyft line, but I had to. I was 5 minutes from his house. The guy I picked up in Concord. I was 5 minutes from his house in Orinda when I got a ping to drive back, to turn around and drive back to Walnut Creek, which made his ride severely longer. And I picked up. There was a guy and a gal standing on the street, and they were waving at me. I pulled up, and the guy was the one who requested it, but I guess he wasn't going to get on the ride. He put his girlfriend in the car, and his girlfriend was, you could tell right away, she was extremely inebriated, and he asked if I knew where the address was. I told him, well, if you put the address in Lyft, then yes, I know. So we started driving back to Orinda to drop the first rider off. And she ended up saying it was so hot in the car, and so she rolled down her window, and I asked the first passenger if he was okay, and he said yes. And then immediately after she told me she was hot, she told me she was about to barf. And so I had to pull over on the side of the highway so she could puke. And I made sure to tell her to not puke in my car and get her head all the way out of the vehicle.
You told her that?
Yeah, because I didn't want the car to smell, and obviously the first passenger was a bit grossed out. So we continued the ride, and then she
didn't get out of the car though?
No, she didn't get out of the car. She had her seatbelt on. I told her, I said, you could take off your seatbelt so you can get more of your body out of the car, and she didn't listen. And then I asked her if she was done puking. She said yes. And then we continued our ride, only for her to say she was gonna puke again 5 minutes later. So I had to pull off to the side of the highway, and she puked once more. And then I finally dropped the guy off, and you can see the sense of relief when he finally got home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the sense of relief when he got home. And when I dropped him home, I had 18 miles.
All done before you had to charge the car?
Before I had to charge the car, yeah. And she lived about 11 miles away in El Sobrante. And I didn't know how to deal with it. I just prayed. I was like, please God, let me at least get to drop her off. I can deal with everything later. I'll call Aaron to come get me in El Sobrante. So,
okay, so this is an important note. She did 45 rides in 2 days with an electric car.
Yes.
Okay, that's important for all the trolls that are listening to hear that. Because everyone tells me you can't do Uber with an electric car. That's not enough. That's not enough. 2 days.
Well, you have to constantly charge. I don't know how many. I've
but you still got 45 rides in 2 days. So if you do 4 days, it's 90. You do 5 days. Bam. You got your power driver bonus right there if you're doing Lyft.
Yeah.
Like if you're doing over 100 rides a week, you're fine. So that don't listen to anyone that tells you can't use an electric car. That's nonsense. How many hours logged in did you have?
15 hours.
15 hours?
15, almost 16.
Total?
Let me see. Total?
Yeah.
Dashboard, driving history. 45 rides. 15 hours, 37 minutes. What?
So you did 45 rides, 15 hours over 2 days.
I did 2 hours on Friday. Wait, let me see if I can do a breakdown.
No, just don't worry about it, just the total. I just want people to know that you did 45 rides in 15 hours.
Is that impressive?
That's really good. So if you average 1 ride an hour, that would be obviously 15. 2 rides an hour.
So you said 2 rides an hour. Okay.
So if you're averaging 3 rides an hour, that's really good.
Well, that's because I did Lyft line. Now normally I wouldn't accept it because a lot of the rides were minimum ride fares, so only $3.75. But with the weekly guarantee, I didn't care. The shorter the distance, the better it was for me.
Well, obviously because you're trying to get rides, not
yeah. I made it a point to actually make less, so Lyft can pay me more.
Yeah, because the guarantee there.
Yeah.
So do you think you're gonna do Lyft again?
Do you want me to continue the story about?
You're not done with the girl puking?
No, I wasn't.
Finish the story.
You cut me off. So I had 18 miles left, and the girl lived about 11 miles away. So I just prayed and made Jesus take the wheel, and thank the Lord, it was all downhill to El Sobrante. So by the time I dropped her off, I had 11 miles left. She fell asleep in the back of the car.
That's the worst.
And I was tapping her leg, and I said, "Excuse me, ma'am, we're here." And she didn't respond. I'm like, please don't let her. Please,
Did you grab her by the hair and throw her out?
I wanted to splash water in her face, but I didn't. I just hit her leg a little harder. I didn't hit it like that, but I tapped it a little harder, and she woke up. And I said, "You're here." And she didn't want to get out of the car. And I said, "Do you recognize any of these homes?" She indicated that one of the cars, a black car, was hers. I said, "Okay, so we're in the correct vicinity." And then I kicked her out.
Yeah, next time just get her out and close the door and drive off.
No, I wanted to make sure she was safe.
That's your responsibility.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure she was safe. And then I went to find the nearest charger, which was about 6 miles away. So I had 5 miles left.
And you,
when I reached the charger.
You got the charger at 5 miles?
Yeah.
That's good that you have some buffer. So did you get any really bad ratings, or what's your rating right now?
My rating is a 4.98.
Okay. So next Friday is when they give you the weekly thing. I want to see your comments. Has anyone given you any comments yet that you know?
Yeah, one person
gave
me a good comment. I don't know what it was about.
Yeah, we'll put it up on Friday because they have a little while to comment stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see what happens. But are you going to drive for Lyft again?
No, unless they give me a weekly guarantee. No, I'll drive up until February 28th because that's my deadline for the referral bonus. And then afterwards, I'm not driving anymore.
Ever again?
No, never again.
That's smart.
Unless they give me $1,000 for doing 45 rides.
$1,000.
$1,000.
What about other apps? You been thinking about doing DoorDash or anything like that to get the bonuses?
No, I don't deliver food.
I don't deliver food. You think there's a negative connotation for delivering food, but not people?
No, that would require me to do work. I'm not gonna get out of my car to pick up food and drop it off. I can sit my butt down. and drive.
So I'll put the final stats up here in post, but 15 hours over 2 days, 45 rides, $800. I'm pretty sure that beats any of your guys' stories, even like your New Year's Eve stories. I mean, you have to go New Year's Eve. Like,
is it really that impressive?
Oh, especially in California. Yeah, I'd say if you put in a 12-hour day.
Well, let's be reasonable. If the gal didn't puke, I would have only made $650.
Yeah, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, and not every day do you get a puker.
I mean, that's still over $300 a day. I mean, I'd say most people work a 12-hour shift are going to make between $200 and $250 if they know what they're doing. Oh. So
would you, based on
like if I was driving those 15 hours, I'd probably be between like $250 and $300.
Yeah, but it's because of all those bonuses and guarantees that make it worth it. But if I didn't, and it was just how many passengers I picked up and miles, I wouldn't ever do Lyft or Uber. But you could really make a killing doing Lyft and Uber at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yee! And
so you basically got all the stuff you could get out of the way in one weekend. You even got a puker.
Oh yeah.
Did you have anyone like hit on you or get touchy-feely or anything like that? A lot of female drivers complain about that around the bar time.
No, no one.
That's good.
Wait, I'm trying to think. No, not really. Everyone was pretty tame. Everyone was pretty tame.
Any last thoughts? Anything else? Any closing thoughts?
No.
No? What advice would you give to somebody who's signing up?
Don't drive unless you get bonuses and guarantees.
Yeah, so there you go.
Don't drive unless you get bonuses and guarantees, and pretend like you're extremely interested in the passenger. A lot of my conversations started off with, "Hey, how are you?" Like just like asking them how they are, talking about the weather, and then pretending I was interested in whatever they were talking, whatever they were talking about. I would be like, "Hey, so are you guys doing anything interesting today? Where are we heading?" And then even if you're not new to the area, just pretend you are.
Just pretend you're new. So I just want to say, like, you think that's simple advice, but that's what I've been saying on my channel since I started. Like, I've been trying to nail that narrative home. You don't drive at the base rate. You have to have some kind of incentive or surge or prime time or something to make it worth your while. Because what would you have made if you didn't have any bonuses or anything like that?
I think like $290.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
$290. Oh no, maybe a little over. Wait, with the tips. So I got $44 in tips. I mean about $297. So maybe a little under $350 is what I would have made.
Yeah. So 12-hour shift, you're gonna make $250. That makes sense. Add a couple extras on there. Add a couple extra hours.
Yeah.
And then you'd be in the $350 somewhere. So yeah. So there you go.
And another tip I could give is when you drop off a passenger, if you're in a decently busy, like if you're in a busier area, or what I would do, since we're able to work work super close to UC Berkeley, we're super close to San Francisco, just our location is ideal. After I drop the passenger off, I wouldn't move whatsoever. And so if you have a gas vehicle, a fuel vehicle, then you're rather than wasting fuel, just stay in one spot until you get another P.
So my wife accomplished in 15 hours what I've been trying to get drivers to do for however long I've had this YouTube channel, like over a year now, which is don't drive dead miles, don't drop someone off and then drive around in circles trying to get a ride, and then only drive when you have the financial incentive to do it. I think that that's a great lesson. Anyway, say goodbye, Nate. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Little kisses.
Little kisses.
Mwah.
Mwah. You're just gonna smile? Alright, say goodbye to the YouTube land.
See y'all. Oh, bye!
Go waving, go waving.
Say bye.
Little kisses.
Say
Mwah.
bye.
Little kisses. Mwah. No, no, not to.